it's not really a utility. Basically what it is there's a small, tiny amount taken from gas and electric bills and put into a fund. That fund pays for LIHEAP, the low-income supports for people who need heat, but it also pays a little bit for energy programs. And so the SEU has been going around the district doing things like weatherizing homes, particularly low-income communities, weatherizing them with respect to insulation or windows or things of that nature. And on occasion, they've been able to work with larger projects, but the amount of money, we haven't been able to leverage it, as much as we want. We're working on that. In terms of other programs, what we've tried to do is provide, through the Department of Energy, credits that people can get, for using renewable energy like solar. And indeed, in that act of mine, which I have amended from time to time, we've increased our renewable energy portfolio, making electric company, for example, Pepco, use more renewable energy. And one of the things people can do, and people have been forming co-ops around the district, including in one. What happens is, since Pepco has to use so much renewable energy, what it does is when people put up solar panels and they generate their own electricity, to the extent that they don't use all of the electricity that they generate, they can sell it back to Pepco. And in that way, when they invest in solar energy, not only do we help them in the initial investment, but thereafter it's a steady stream of income to them. And in terms of other things, in terms of all of our buildings, we've required that all buildings, starting at a very large size and going down, we're talking about largely commercial buildings, that they benchmark. That is to say, they publicly disclose how much energy they use, in part to get them into a competition, but also because of this notion, which is absolutely true, that you can't manage what you don't measure. So many times we use energy and we use it inefficiently because we're just not aware of what we're doing. So that's also part of it. I'm trying to think of some of the other programs we have. We have the Green Rivers program. What do we call it? Some Clean Rivers program. You can go on the website of DDOE and you can engage with them. And this is free. They'll come out. They'll help you figure out how to keep water running off from your property, including rain barrels and other such things as that. And they'll basically give you advice and they'll give you free help to do those sorts of things. So probably the best source of information on the variety of programs that we put in place would be to go to DDOE and to its website.
Thank you.
But I have another.
In front of the camera while you're there.
But I have to say another thing.
Yes.
My daughter goes to Wilson.
Uh-huh.
She's in the 11th grade. How do you see the population at Wilson? Do you think?
Wilson is very, very diverse. It draws from across the city, and I think it's one of the things that has made Wilson so strong. Because Wilson offers an excellent education, but it offers an excellent education in the context of the real world, so to speak. I mean, you encounter people from all parts of the city, and you grow from that, I believe. So I think we want to keep that going. And I hope your daughter's happy at Wilson.
I have a little, 2 or 3 things that we might, in the future, sometimes we are going to be getting together and going to talk to you about small issues that might say some things to iron out. But I know you're doing an excellent job on trying to measure them and their abilities and capabilities from the director on down.
Right.
I know of that. But also I think there is a need of the truancy issue. It needs to be a little bit more kind of monitored.
Well, I couldn't agree more, and I have supported Councilman Tanner's legislation on that. We've done a lot of things over the years. want to be challenged. If we let them go, then they'll go, and they don't have any good judgment yet about what they should be doing. So the more we can introduce, I think, real standards, not just educationally, but also in the matter of attendance, I'm all for it. I mean, I don't mean to be suggesting anything harsh, but I am suggesting standards count. And children, I had my own children. I mean, they're grown now, but they knew they'd have to answer for things if it didn't go right, and that mattered. And I think at the end of the day, that's what children, even, no matter what they tell you, to your face, that's really what they want. The worst thing you can do is not love them and ignore them.
Yeah.
So.
Councilmember Chen, some of the things about Wilson are, when it comes to, for example, who are the students in the academies, if you ask them to break it down, most of the Latino kids and low-income African-American kids are in the soccer or it's interesting how those academies are broken. It is interesting that a lot of times Latino children cannot read Spanish 3 or 4 because the children who are in the academies seem to have first access to it. So there are a lot of issues in relation to equal, equitable access.
Yes.
Well, so I would love for you to ask for them to report to you in the academies, how does that break down across?
No, that's very legitimate, and I go to my schools all the time, and I check them out, school readiness at the beginning, and then throughout the year I drop in. And it wasn't so long ago that I had a conversation with Principal Cahill about other matters, but I can certainly raise this issue. And if you have issues, he's very accessible and very responsive. And if this is of concern to you, I really suggest that you write to him, or even say, I'd like to come in and talk to you about it.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Keep it up for Okay, so I'm going to give it now. I think we'll receive candidates. I know one of them has shown up. And so what we're going to do is, I know we're a little behind. We're catching up with that. We have a few people online who are watching, so we're going to make sure that we continue with our schedule. And so at this time, we're going to ask the candidates who are running for more seats council to please come out. And I think we have some name tags for them. But no. Oh, there you go. Okay. That's right. Thank you so much. Please have a seat. Thank you. And we want to go ahead and get started. We have the other candidate confirmed, but we're going to go ahead and get started for the sake of time. Again, my name is Franklin Garcia. I am the president of the DC Latino Caucus. We're very excited that a lot of you made it. And the format has been that we ask that the candidates have 2 minutes, and then after that, take a few questions. These questions are from the membership that actually submitted questions earlier in the week, and I'm hoping that we're able to sort out these challenges with our mics by 2 p.m. So in some ways, the earlier forums are testing for our guest prompt now when we're having the Mayoral Forum taking place between 2 and 4 p.m. Okay, so without further ado, I think Gabriela, our vice chair, is actually taking over this one, and she's going to go ahead and instruct our candidates how they're going to conduct themselves. Thank you very much, Gabriela.
Thank you, Franklin. Well, we have one candidate. We have Charles Allen here, who is running for. Charles, we're going to let you introduce yourself, and we're going to give you about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to talk about yourself, introduce yourself. We may wait for the other candidate to come here, otherwise we will go directly to ask you a couple questions.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and good afternoon to everybody. My name is Charles Allen. I am running to be your next Ward 6 council member, and I would love to have your support. And I'm really excited about this race. And today is March 1st, so we are 1 month away from Election Day. And you guys are doing a great job helping make sure that all of our neighbors know about this election coming up. We've never had an April 1st primary. It's a little April Fool's Day, maybe not the best idea, but we're going to need everybody to help get the word out and help make sure that everybody knows about the election coming up. So please, please, please continue this great work that you're doing and telling people about the election coming up. It's going to be very important. Ward 6 because I'm really excited about the future of my community and my neighborhood, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to represent Ward 6. I have been in the district for the last decade serving in public service in a variety of roles. You know, like a lot of people, tried my hand at the federal government, and I worked for HHS for about 6 months, and in that short amount of time, I realized I didn't like working for the federal government. It was like a battleship trying to turn around on a dime. I'd always come from the more grassroots level, a city, county, state, and I've been just a reformer by nature. So I made the leap and made the change and worked and started, working for the district. And for 3 years, I worked for the DC Primary Care Association. In that role, this was when DC General was closing, and we were expanding our healthcare system. We were expanding Medicaid, but we were creating the DC Healthcare Alliance. I had a very important role in that process. As we expanded the alliance, I worked very closely with Juan from La Conca del Pueblo, from Maria Neri Center, and so many people that helped make sure we were expanding healthcare coverage and healthcare access for our entire city, but in particular for our immigrant community. It's very important, and the alliance is a critical link for that. That experience, working for 3 years, helping protect our safety net clinics and expanding